Hey guys, how's it going? So I know I'm 2 days late on it, but let's talk about the Sony conference. Before we start, I just want to point out that I wasn't super blown away by anything that they showed off. It was a lot of updates on previously announced titles, and it was very rapid fire. They didn't have anybody come out and talk about the games. Sean Layton came out twice, so it was more or less just kind of to acknowledge the fan base and, oh hey, here's something I'm excited about. But, you know, if I had to compare them, I would say they were probably on equal terms with Microsoft. I don't think either one kind of blew the other out of the water. I still personally think Nintendo kind of was a little bit better just from the grand scheme of the sheer excitement for what they kind of generated with 2 Metroid games and all these first-party titles that are going to be coming to the Switch, that'll be exclusive, that will for sure sell more Switch consoles. Not that they're having any issues with that so far. But yeah, let's just kind of get right down into it. First thing they showed off was Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. It's a new Uncharted game, spin-off. And I'm not super excited about this because I'm not a huge Uncharted fan. I'm just now going through and playing Uncharted 4 for the first time. And I'm enjoying it fairly well, so that might be something I look into the future. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be just another hit for Naughty Dog. I have no doubt that it'll be an incredible game. They are masters of storytelling, so it's just not an issue there. Then they showed off some Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. Still have not went back and played that game because of a little old game called Breath of the Wild that came out the same week. But it's made by Guerrilla Games, one of my favorite developers of all time, and this Frozen Wilds DLC looks incredible, and I want to get my hands on this game so fucking bad, and I need to just bite the bullet and buy it and play it already. Then they showed off Days Gone, which is this new zombie game. Looks very reminiscent of The Last of Us. Has Left 4 Dead style zombies that are just huge, fucking very fast-paced mobs of zombies that come at you. Kind of has this Metal Gear Solid vibe to it as well, with this kind of stealth aspect and tactical aspect to it, where you blow up this wall and then the zombies run in and attack your enemies for you. So it's very interesting, good concept, and it has a zombie bear. Like, what's not to love about that? Then they showed off Monster Hunter Worlds. Monster Hunter, of course, coming back to the PS4. Monster Hunter is a brand that I have teetered on the edge of getting for a long time for the 3DS. I love the whole aspect of just you and a group of friends going in and attack this giant boss and getting all this kind of loot. I am a Destiny player after all, but it's I don't know, it looks very interesting. Has drop in, drop out co-op, so it'll be a big multiplayer game for people, and I'm sure people are gonna eat this up. Monster Hunter has a huge following, and the fans love it tremendously. So I'm sure this is going to do very well on the PlayStation 4, and a lot of people are going to be very, very excited for this. They showed off something I did not expect at all, and that was a Shadow of the Colossus remake. This looks fucking incredible. IGN did like a side-by-side comparison of it and the original, and holy shit, just the sheer amount of detail and how this game looks is just, it looks phenomenal. It's incredible, and I cannot wait to play it. And then, I should have just guessed it when I said this in the Microsoft video, but what did Sony show off in their, like the first thing they showed off in their VR showcasing? Fucking Skyrim VR. Like, I should have just really sat and thought about it for a minute. But yeah, they're bringing Skyrim to VR, and this is going to sell tremendously well because those types of games are meant to immerse people in the world. And if you put virtual reality in aspect with that, it's just, that is the next step up of immersion for it. It's just incredible. And when I get a VR, that'll probably be the first purchase for me. And I will have more than likely bought that game 4 fucking times. God damn it. How many more times can they sell Skyrim? Jesus. And then probably the biggest thing in the show for me was God of War. I am so excited for God of War. It's on Norse mythology this time, and it looks like it's going to be Kratos thrown into this realm. And, oh man, it's just, everything about this looks incredible. The combat, the graphics, the story looks like it's going to be phenomenal for it. You have your son, and just a relationship that's going to be going on with that's going to be a big aspect of the game. And then there's the World Eater Snake, and he wants to help you, so it leads him to believe you're going to be fighting Thor. And it's just, everything about this game looks incredible. I'm mad that it's not coming out this year. Jesus Christ. Then they showed off a game I'm not super excited about, but has a very cool premise, and that's Detroit Becoming Human. You're a sentient AI who wants to overthrow humans and free other sentient AIs from slavery. This game takes into the gameplay mechanism of like the Telltale games, where it's purely consequence based and your actions dictate how the game goes. And I like that type of game. I like that you can have a completely unique experience compared to someone else who is playing this game, and it can be just night and day different. So if you're into that type of game, by all means, it looks beautiful. It's going more than likely going to have a very in-depth story and have a lot of uniqueness to it and have a lot of replay value. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, by all means, you should probably check it out. And then they showed off Destiny 2, and I'm kind of bummed that they didn't show off more. It was, to me, it was just kind of a sizzle reel of some stuff that we already knew about. We got some more, kind of a little bit more story information, a little bit more in-depth knowledge about Gaul, or Gary. Yeah, the story looks like it's shaping up to be very, very good. A lot better than vanilla Destiny's launch story, and I'm super excited for this game. It's hard for me not to be, because I'm such a big Destiny player, and it's one of my favorite games currently, and has been for the last couple of years. Even though it's such a strong love-hate relationship for it, for how they did their DLC in the past. But I think Destiny's learned from its mistakes. I just wish they would have showed more. You know, I was expecting maybe a little bit more newer information compared to what they, you know, comparatively, like what they showed off at their reveal stage. They did show off the PlayStation exclusive stuff, and they showed off a new exotic, the Borealis, which is a sniper rifle that can change elemental typing, so that's going to be very cool. Can't wait to get my hands on that, if it'll fucking drop for me. But yeah, and as far as I could tell, they didn't show off the beta dates and any of that stuff during the conference, because the fucking cameras were moving over the crowd and shit, and so I couldn't see it. Maybe it was there, I just overlooked it. But beta information is July 18th for PlayStation, July 19th for Xbox. 2 days later, if I'm not mistaken, it's open public beta, then ends on the 23rd. I really wish it was a little bit longer. You know, if I memory serves me well, I think the Destiny 1 beta lasted 10 days, but you know, from what I hear, they're only going to be showing off the Homecoming mission, Strike, and PvP, and maybe a few other little things, so it would make sense that they're not going to show off a lot. And the other big thing for Destiny 2 is that they announced that it's going to be releasing 2 days early on September 6th, so I cannot fucking wait for that. Oh, and the PC date was October 24th, and beta for it's going to be in August sometime. But yeah, that was pretty much it on the Destiny aspect of news, and kind of bummed they didn't show off a little bit more for it. And then they closed the show with Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man game, and this looks so good. It's so reminiscent of the Arkham games, and I'm a huge Arkham, I love the Arkham games a lot. And just that combat style, the open world traversing, that sandbox traversing, this all looks very reminiscent of that, and it looks like it's going to play more or less the same for it. Story looks incredible. Voice acting seems just super good, and it's beautiful. It's just visually beautiful, very crisp colors, very bright, very vibrant. And I mean, this is something people have wanted for a long time. People want that Spider-Man game to where they can just traverse New York City seamlessly and just do about what they want. And man, it just looks incredible. Miles Morales is going to be in it. Who knows what role he's going to have in the game? But yeah, it looks incredible. I can't wait for it. But yeah, that was pretty much Sony's E3 conference. Didn't show off anything extremely new. They had some VR titles, some newer VR titles and stuff, but that was really it. It was just more or less a showcase of stuff that they announced previously, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So, like I was saying before, extremely blown away by it. There was some exciting stuff in there, some stuff I'm very excited to play. But, you know, yeah, I don't think they had the foot up on anybody. They were more or less on equal terms with Microsoft in my point. And I still think Nintendo kind of stole the show, but that might be because I'm a big Nintendo fan, and all these they kind of just gave me everything I wanted for it. And it was all new titles, and they showed off 2 new Metroids. Holy shit! Like, how can you not, you know, not win E3, so to say, you know, when you show off 2 new Metroids, which is a game that's been just in the dark for so long now. But yeah, that was pretty much my thoughts on it, guys, and the rundown for Sony. Let me know what you think, and yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.